Alright, I'm gonna show you something that I downloaded, and it's a book written by an ex-Illuminati member. It's by Cisco Wheeler, and he was programmed and right here you see this book is dedicated to the 2 million Americans and counting who have been programmed with monarch type trauma-based mind control. This book is written to destroy trauma-based mind control before it destroys the human race, and I'm doing this video before a warning. We need to spread the word and get it out there. But right here, if there's any chance you, the reader, have had mind control done to you, you must consider the following book to be dangerous. If you are consulting a therapist for DID, also known as MPD, it is recommended that you consult your therapist before reading this book and before watching this video. The complications that could result for those under mind control learning the truth could be fatal. The co-authors take no responsibility for those who read or misuse this information. Alright, something you're going to hear is alter. And this is a dissociated part of the mind which has a separate identity and is given cue codes by the mind control programmers to trigger that dissociated part of the mind to come to the front of the mind. The alter's identity may be a gem, rock, a tape recorder, a poodle, a white kitten, a dove, a horse, or even think of itself as a person or a demon. It all depends on the programming. Councils are the Illuminati. And if you don't know what monarch programming is, this was a specific project carried out by secret elements of the U.S. government and intelligence groups. There were, according to someone a few years ago who had access to the computers, which contained all the names of active monitored human slaves, 40,000 actively monitored monarch slaves. However, this book uses the term generically to include all victims who have suffered this type of trauma-based mind control. The New World Order is the global design for a one world government, one world dictator, and its constituents. Constituents? I don't know. Insiders call themselves the network and the neighborhood. But I'm going to show you the way they program children, and it's sick. And if you're squeamish, or if I mean, just discretion is advised. This is very, very. Alright. Here are organizations practicing trauma-based mind control. The groups form what insiders call the network. They are the backbone of what is known now as the New World Order. You've got Air Force Intelligence, Army Intelligence, Atomic Energy Commission, Boeing, British Intelligence, and MI6, MI5, and the Tavistock Institute, the Bureau of Narcotics, the Bureau of Prisons, the Catholic Church, the Central Intelligence Agency, aka Agency Company, Langley, Charismatic Movement, the Church of Satan, the Church of Scientology, Service, CIRVIS, Club 12 and Club 41, Country Music Industry, Department of Justice, Defense Intelligence Agency, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Freemasonry, GPAN, GEPAN, German Intelligence, GHG, Hollywood, the House of Saud in Saudi Arabia, which has unprogrammed slaves too, the Illuminati, INS, the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan, the Mafia, the Masons, Mod-In, the Mossad, the Mormon Church, NASA, National Security Agency, and it's really weird with this. If you go to your browser right now and spell Illuminati backwards, Illuminati is spelled ILLUMINATI. Spell it backwards, and it would say ITANIMULLI, and then click .com, and you're going to come up to the National Security Agency's web page. Is that not shocking? Most people already know that. The National Programs Office, National Science Foundation, Naval Intelligence, Neo-Nazi Groups, Odd Fellows. The OTO, there are 4 groups. P4, Elite M16 Section, Palo Mayombe, Process Church and its offsuit Shingun, Professional Baseball such as the LA Dodgers, Russian Government Intelligence Groups, Santeria, Satanic Hubs, Society of Dekaluli, Children of Lucifer, Temple of Power, previously known as Temple of Set, Umbanda, the U.S. Army, the U.S. Air Force, Veterans Administration, the Werewolf Order, and some witchcraft groups besides Satanism and Moriah. People that are breaking down like Britney Spears and Charlie Sheen right now, and what's happening is their programming's breaking down, and when they say, when you hear on the news where they're going to go to rehab, listen to, they're going to go get reprogrammed. Because they're going to come back all fine just like they were before. Look at Britney now. She shaved her head and went fucking crazy, and now she's right back on track. But these are some of the types of trauma. A. Being locked in a small confined spot, a pit or cage with spiders and snakes. B. Being forced to kill and cut up and eat innocent victims. C. Immersion into feces, urine, and containers of blood, then being made to eat these things. Check this out. The will of the child victim is destroyed, and in its place remains a pliable slave. If the slave doesn't learn correctly, they receive more pain. A fish hook in the vagina is a popular one. Older males have their genitals hurt during additional or reprogramming sessions. They may have to eat the skin taken from their genitals. And what this does is it creates a separated mind. And this basically teaches them that pain is love and love is pain. And several victims of Illuminati trauma remember a special ritual torture device that is put inside a person and causes excruciating pain. It is made from only one kind of wood, a special wood, possibly myrtle. It has a painted spider on it between two satanic symbols. But I'm going to show you this too. They provide the antidote for AIDS. Monarch slaves are routinely given the antidote for AIDS and have been since the 1960s to 1970s. These are the labs to develop designer drugs used for mind control. Alright. Here's how to keep the mind dissociative. That's a typo in the book. Illuminati parents, as well as other adults who care for a monarch child, are given special instructions on how to raise the child to be dissociative. The parents are admonished that their child will have a successful future, and so will if they follow the instructions. If they don't follow the instructions, they are reminded that their child's life could be forfeited. Here are some of the types of instructions that are giving. Alright, this is very graphic. It's very disturbing. And once again, here's your warning. If you really don't want to hear this, leave now. 1. Spend 15 minutes a day teaching the child to write backwards to develop the brain in a particular fashion. 2. Giving daily doses of prolonged isolation, such as dark closets, dark cellars, the corners of dark rooms. During the prolonged isolation, the child cannot turn on the lights, go to the bathroom, make a noise, or anything else. The child will learn to dissociate. The child is also trauma bonded to the abuser because each time the child is let out, it is grateful to the abuser. The child can be drowned in a pool and then resuscitated, and the exact amount of time to keep the child under will be given. The child can be placed in a freezer, and again, the amount of time can be given to the parent. The child is not to roam the house freely. The adult's area is off limits. The child must move with permission. Systematic punishment without provocation with the message, keep secrets. Hear no evil, see no evil, do no evil. This needs to be done several times a week to reinforce the codes of silence and the programming for silence. A needle, which is gripped halfway up, is stuck into the child a quarter-inch deep on the child's muscles, buttocks, or thigh to help continue dissociative behavior. Check this out, man. It's fucked up. On special occasions, on birthdays and holidays, the hands and feet, which are the most sensitive to pain, are struck. When the feet or hands are struck, they will often stick the needle under the nails. The ears are also on occasion stuck with needles. It also conditions the child to obey the commands of her handlers, who will use needles to access the mind's various personalities. Various spots in the body, when stuck with needles along with certain codes, become access points for certain altars. Anytime a child argues, has a temper tantrum, or gets angry, the child is to be slapped in the face. This is a quick trauma. It is to be followed with a lighted cigarette applied to the child to burn the skin the second the child gets submissive from the slap. If a cigarette can't be found, a stovetop or some other hot item is to be found. At 4 years of age, the child begins programming to burn itself. If there are any bruises showing, the child can be kept at home for a day or two. Anytime the child becomes willful, it is to have its mouth washed out with soap. The child should be made to chew off a piece and swallow the foam. The child should be raped daily and then tortured. This helps with the sexual programming later and begins a reversal in the mind that pain is love and pain is pleasure. Here's some words used to program slaves with. I'll scroll down through these slow. I'm not going to read them to you. You can pause it and read them yourself. It's too many to read. Luckily, my name isn't on here. And, well, that's pretty much all I got to show you. I'm persecuted, and I just thought I'd share this with you because I started reading this last night, and it fucked with my head, man. To see them doing this to kids makes me so mad. No one wants to fight them even more. The name of this book is The Illuminati Formula Used to Create an Undetectable Total Mind Control Slave. And, I guess you can go on thepiratebay.org and type that in. That's where I found it at. Until you find it, it's a PDF document. It shouldn't take that long to download. You're going to need uTorrent of some type of BitTorrent downloader to download it. You can't just download it straight to your computer. Follow me on Twitter at PersecutedMind _ at persecuted_mind. And I live stream every night at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Livestream.com/persecutedmind. Thanks for watching.